What is going on, guys? It's your dude Shopmaster, and today this video we are going to talk about the top 5 things that I believe that EA can do right now for franchise guys in this fixed Madden franchise state that we're in. Now, we've already heard from Sean Grady that they're having plans to discuss what they can do for franchise guys this year and moving on into the future. But I, for instance, feel like there are some things that they can do this year. I mean, we're not talking about full feature things. I understand that those things can take a while, and those things can take a long time to develop and everything. Before we get into this, make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Shopmaster and on Twitch at ShopmasterTV. And please comment in the comment section below, what do you think about these top 5, and if you agree or you have some other suggestions. Now, again, I will preface this by, look, they haven't done anything in a while, and as far as major features, there's a lot of major features that need to happen, but I'm talking about things that they can go on right now and do right now. So the first one is player comparison. Now, in my eyes, I feel like player comparison is something easy that they can do. I mean, it's already in the game. I don't know how many times this has happened to you, but this happens to me quite often. You sit up in here, you go to free agency, and you're just like, okay, you know what? I need to figure out who my DBs are and who I can get. So you go down, you scroll to your DBs, and you see, okay, I got Darius Slay Jr. here. He's a free agent. Let me see what he's working with. Okay, 89, 84 coverage. Oh man, well, what's the coverage of my DBs already? I have no idea. I mean, I see Denzel Ward and I see Williams. I gotta back out, go all the way over to the roster, go to depth chart or roster, scroll to my DBs. By the time I get there, I have already forgotten what Darius Slay's man in coverage is. So to me, it's a big pain. And the crazy thing is that the solution is already in the game. It's already in the game, and it's in Madden Ultimate Team. So you can go to Ultimate Team, you can go to your team, you can go to your item binder, you can select anybody. We're gonna select Walter Payton right here, but you can select any player, hit compare, and you get a side-by-side comparison. This should be in franchise mode. This should be something that's already in the mode, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. This will work for not only free agency, but it will work when you're looking through the free agent pool, free agent bidding, maybe scouting, when you're scouting, or maybe even when you're drafting. When you're drafting someone and you're in that 6th round and you don't know, man, do I already have somebody of this caliber already there? To me, this would make things easier. It would definitely make things more efficient for when you're trying to make those decisions on whether to cut somebody or trade somebody or pick up somebody. This can also work in your depth chart. Maybe you're on your the depth chart and you're looking at somebody on your team and you want to compare them to somebody else on the team without having to sort of a side-by-side comparison instead of a horizontal comparison. So for number 2 I have on the list is house rules. Again, this is something that's already in the game. They've shown it in Madden Ultimate Team, but commissioners who run these leagues want more control over their franchises, and to me this is a great way to do it. Especially these online franchises who have all of these leagues, they can set some house rules that the whole league must follow, like house rules where there's a cooldown for 5 plays after each use, and that play can only be used twice, or no defensive pre-play movements. I know leagues that do no defensive pre-play movements, or you can't run the same play twice. I feel like if you do house rules, if you add house rules to the commissioner tools in franchise mode, this will make their life a lot easier. A lot of times these commissioners, they have to rely on other people watching the games, or rely on people just being able to follow the rules, and sometimes people can't follow the rules. And so I think if you allow this to be customizable, so let's say you say, you know what, I don't care how many times you use this play, I just don't want you to use it back to back. So the cooldown could just be for one play, and it can be used as many times as you want. Or you could say, you know what, I want you to run at least 3 other plays before you come back to that play, and you can only run this play 5 times a game. Again, it gives the commissioner more control over their league, and there could be other things as well. I can't think of anything off the top of what other things that commissioners could add to house rules, but I'm pretty sure if we gauge the commissioners, we can gauge sort of what other types of rules they would love to have in place. I don't believe that any commissioner will have no audibles or no out routes, but maybe there's out of position players, or there's rules about out of position players, or there's rules about, I don't know. That's up to us to decide. I think if we get something like house rules, let us get at least the cooldown and how many plays and the ability to set it to no defensive pre-play movement, and let us go from there. But put in your comments down below, what other house rules do you think commissioners would love? I thought about the whole tug of war thing. For leagues, that doesn't really make any sense. Doesn't make any sense for the points differential. You know, an interception is 2 points. To me, that stuff doesn't belong in a league. But this stuff, the cooldown, I think is something that a lot of commissioners would love to have. Now, number three is practice, and I really don't have any kind of graphic or anything for practice, but to me, I would love to bring back the practice that we used to have, the practice mode where we used to could do scenarios. I would love to do like a 2-minute drill. I would love to do like time management, be able to manage the time before the half. Let's say you're down by 3, you get the ball after the half, but you need to score. You only have 1 timeout. Like, let us set our own scenarios. Let us be up by 3, and the offense has the ball, and we need to play defense and stop them from scoring. Those are the scenarios that I think I would love to see in practice mode. Let us still have the free practice where we can just run any plays against any random play. Let us still have that, but I would love to have some type of scenario. The other thing I would love is for them to have some type of way to import my opponent's players into practice mode. It doesn't sound realistic, but I want to say at one point they did have that option. The other thing I would say is allow me to view film on my opponent. So we know EA captures film. They show it at the end of every game. Just save 2 or 3 drives from my opponent from the week before or the weeks before on where they scored touchdowns or scored points, and allow me to see, you know, okay, let me see what they do when they send this guy in motion on 3rd down. Are they using him as a blocker, or are they using him to go out on his route, or what's his go-to play on 3rd down? You know, allow us to see more game film. I would love to see more game film on my opponent. I usually always go to my opponent, see who has the most carries for him the last few games, see if he's running the ball more than he's passing the ball. I know we get the percentages when we go into practice, but to me, those percentages are only 1st down percentages. I need percentages for the whole game. Yeah, he may run 90% of the time on 1st down, but he actually passes more than he runs. And so that 90% could be very misleading when you're going into a game and when you're formulating your game plan. I think that's big too. If I know their favorite formation, then I may practice against how to stop that formation and what defense I want to, you know, definitely hit on. The other thing that I would say about practice is allow us to export our team so that we can use that team against other people who are maybe in other franchises. So 2 franchise teams get together. That also can be a great way to have like little mini tournaments between leagues and stuff like that. So I just feel like practice mode needs an upgrade. I feel like that's something that may be easy to do. Out of the 5 things that I'm going to name today, that may be one of the hardest things because it does involve getting in the game and maybe changing some things around. So that was the third thing. The fourth thing that I would say that I want, and I'll just go ahead and do this real quick. The fourth thing that I would want is a dedicated app. We need a dedicated app for franchise mode. One where I can do all of the things I do on my console, be able to do on this app, except for play the game. I want to be able to do my free agent bidding. I want to be able to draft. I want to be able to re-sign players. I want to be able to move my depth chart. I want to be able to ask for trades, look at trades, accept trades, block trades. I want to be everything that I can do in the game on my console. I want to be able to do on this app. And to me, I don't think that's a hard ask, because at one point you could actually draft from the console. So here I just have I just doctored this up. I mean, just to show what it may look like on your phone. So to me, I feel like this is really easy. You can just scroll down, select the person, select the player you want, see what your needs are. I don't know how far in advance, they can get, but to me, this is also something that they don't have to mess with the disc. And I think that's the important thing. They don't have to mess with the game disc in order to deliver this, because this is an app that they can put out, during the season, and improve on it throughout the season. So, player app. So, the next thing and probably the final thing, as I look at my notes, the final thing that I would love to see when it comes to franchise mode, and something that I think they can put in right away, is some free agent factors. So we all know it's way too easy to get free agents in the off season. Again, off season, I stress off season because I feel like off season is where the most improvements need. But I just feel like with free agent bidding, there's just way too much. You can get free agents as long as you have the money just to go get them. Like, there's no kind of factors that play into it except for money, and there should be, So I doctored this thing up as well, and so here are the factors that I think each free agent should have coming in, and that is money, winning, scheme fit, and practice location and practice time. Money, winning, scheme fit, location, and practice time. To me, all of those should play a factor. So I'll give you some scenarios. You have a young guy. He's just coming off his rookie contract. He's more interested in the money right now. He's not interested in winning. He's more interested about the money and his playing time. So those two things are going to be high because he's a young guy. He doesn't want to be behind somebody. He wants to, be able to contribute and make all the money that he can get. Whereas if you have a veteran who's been around, they've made a lot of money, but they've never won a NFL championship, they may be more interested in winning and going to a winning organization than going to a team that is always at the bottom of the, sort of the bottom of the league. So they're going to go to a Patriots, even though the Patriots may not be offering them the most money. They've already made millions of dollars. They want to win, so they're going to go to a winning organization. Playing time might be not very necessary for them. They're fine maybe backing up somebody to in order to win a championship. So those are the things. I feel like those 5 things are things that should play a factor when it comes to franchise mode and bidding on free agents. So guys, those are my top 5. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think if you got these 5 things, would you be happy with where franchise was, as well as getting more information and the blueprint of what they plan on doing in the future? Let me know in the comments below. Also in the comments below, let me know if there's something else. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's something that you feel like can be easily done in this year This is what we're talking about. We're talking about things that they can do for Madden NFL 21 franchise mode this year. Is there something that I missed that you think they can do this year that you would add to the list and take away one of my things? And if so, which one would you take away? So guys, I'm looking forward to your feedback. Yo, I appreciate all the love. Hey, make sure we continue hashtag FIXMADDENFRANCHISE. Let's keep it going. Let's see what they got. But let's also let's just not be sort of complacent when it comes to what we want in this game. Now, we definitely want features, but we kind of want something that they can do this year. So this is why I put this list together. So guys, make sure you stick that like button, subscribe to the channel, stick that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Catch me on Twitter at ShopMaster and on Twitch at ShopMasterTV, and I will check you guys out later. This should do Shop. I'm out. Peace.